Well, hello, POs and potential POs. Yeah, because you're going to hit that subscribe button for me. I know you will. I just know you will. I just know you will. Anyway, welcome back. Welcome back to Sharina Belly. Guys, my name is Sharon. And over here I like to say a little bit of this and a little bit of that and a little bit of this and a little bit of that, or a little bit of that and a little bit of this. We just do whatever, we want to do over here in these parts. We just do. We talk about what we want to talk about, what we don't want to talk about, we leave it alone. Because, yeah, it's a lot that's going on in the world, in the real world, and on the make-believe world. It's a whole heck of a lot going on. And I get it. A lot of it is it's being done because people, they like to be entertained. They like to be entertained. And there's nothing wrong with that. I like to make people laugh. I like to make people laugh because, in every life, some, sunshine must fall. I know what it says. It says in every life, some rain must fall. But I like to just put a little flip on it. In every life, some happiness, some sunshine, some laughter must fall, okay? But guys, have you ever wondered why I said love you? Because I believe at the end of, and I just want to do a little talking about it right now. I'm not going to be before you long. But I just want to, I don't know, expound, I guess, on why I always, at just about, not all, maybe not all, of my videos, but quite a bit of them, I always say to you guys to love yourself. And it might be some people out there who may be thinking to themselves, why is she saying that all the time? Why does she say people want to love themselves? But the fact of the matter is some people don't love themselves, or they don't even have the first clue as to how to go about loving themselves, And that's just the fact of the matter, guys, okay? Some people have no clue how to do that. Because sometimes some people are not brought up. Sometimes some people are just not brought up around that type of feeling, that type of that love feeling. So they don't necessarily know how to love themselves. And I'm just a big component on loving yourself first. Not trying to say be selfish and don't love, because I also encourage you guys to love someone else. And also to tell them that you do, because life is not promised. We can be here today and gone today. It's a saying, here today and gone tomorrow. But I'm saying we can be here today and gone today. So tell someone you love them if that's how you're feeling. Don't give them the fake version. If you're generally having some fond feeling towards someone, let them know. Let them know what they mean to you. I really don't think that there's anything wrong with that. Especially if you are getting those fond feelings returned in your direction. If you know somebody is here for you, caring for you, want what's best for you, thinking good thoughts about you, nothing wrong with just letting them know that you love them. But again, I know that a lot of people weren't brought up around that lovey-dovey type thing. So they don't have the foggiest idea as to how to even go about telling somebody, let alone telling themselves that they love themselves and they love someone else. So my thing is, I had a family member who, even though she was, because, and I got to watch what I'm saying, guys, because I don't want to put anybody's name out here. Because you got people they doing too much out here on these YouTube streets. On a lot of social media platforms, they doing just a little bit too much, so I'm trying to watch what I say. But I know of this person who, and it was only because of the complexion of their skin. But to me, that skin was so gorgeous. It was so, so gorgeous. And I used to tell her, listen, just when you wake up, just get in that mirror and tell yourself, and don't think nothing odd about it, because ain't nobody looking at it but you and Almighty. Ain't nobody looking at it. You're doing it in the privacy of your own home. You're doing it, you're just doing that because we need to encourage ourselves sometimes, because sometimes, and then, listen, this person was a younger person, by the way. And sometimes they can get the affirmation. They can get the, oh, I love you. I love you. They can get all of that. They can be shown that they are loved. But, when they get around their peers and things like that, they might, and I don't know why young people, and I was a young person at one point, but I didn't got to the age that I done forgot a lot of stuff, so I can't remember why somebody other than one fact that I was a heavy person, because I had some meat on my bones. I wasn't a size 2, and everybody who was in the neighborhood might have been a size 2, and they, but I don't know why young people do what they do, as far as, adolescence and things like that. But when she got around them, I don't know, they, played the melanin game. Oh, why you so dark? But I love that dark skin. And I told her. She was a gorgeous, gorgeous. Listen, I loved it, and I let it be known that I loved it, There's my own child. I had a child came out looking like his grandmama, light bright. And I had a child, and I love that too. I love that too. And I had a child come out looking like, a little bit on the darker side. I love that too. But I try to encourage her to, love herself, but she got around her little friends who she might have heard a whisper or something, why she's so dark, or, and then mess with her self-esteem. So I want anybody who might be within the sound of my voice. So please, I'm only telling you to love yourself, because God knows if you can't love yourself, you can't honestly say you love anybody else. It has to start with you. It has to start from within, is what I'm trying to say. It has to come from within, because if it's nothing in there to come out, what's coming out? The opposite. What's coming out? Madness. What's coming out? Just a lot of weirdness, So this is why I always encourage you guys. If anybody out there ever want to know, because I know if it's not in you, if you don't have it in you, you don't have it to project outwardly. You just don't. You just don't. The only thing, if you have something other than love, that something other than love is what's gonna be projected. So that's why I say we need to start with that. Because see, here on these daggone fake platforms that we're on, it's a lot of things going on, as people would say, behind the scenes. Would you believe that some of this mess, I believe, is orchestrated? Because, listen, if they can get this mind, the rest of our being will go. If they can get this mind, and that's what they're aiming for. They're aiming to get the mind, and because they know when they get the mind, the body will surely follow. So we got to redirect this mind in the way that we're thinking, guys. We can't let people continually affect what's up here. We can't do that because you have people who don't necessarily look all the way like us, who would love nothing more but to keep us at each other's throats. I'm just going to be honest and say it how I feel it. They would love nothing more than to keep us. It's not good enough that we're displaying self-hatred, but then they want us to look at our fellow man, fellow gal. They want us to look at one another and see nothing but hatred. I really believe that, guys. In my heart of heart, I believe this is the game, and we're not even aware. They're keeping us distracted too, by the way. They can multitask. These people know how to multitask. But if you're not going through life with your good eyes on, your good ears, your good mentality, as far as what's going on, how you're looking, how you're processing things, how you're, experiencing things, and if you're not, you're going to be able to be victimized. Be victimized. We need to learn, guys. We need to, and I know a lot of people may disagree, and that's okay. That's your prerogative. You can disagree. I'm only telling you a thing from my point of view. This is strictly the way I see it, and I call it the way I see it. There are people who stay up while we're somewhere sleeping in bed at night. They laying up trying to figure out how we can keep the hatred going in certain communities and certain families. And we have no clue that this is going on because we're being distracted. We may not have enough food in the household for our family, so we got to be thinking about that. So we done missed all this stuff that's going on over here because we're thinking about all the stuff that we need to get. We need to get food. We need to make sure we have enough money to pay bills. So we looking at, while we're worrying about these type of things, other stuff is being orchestrated over here that we're not even privy to. We ain't even going to know what done happened until it's bam, it done happened. We're not going to know. We're not going to know until, it's evident. And it's evident to me that we are so not only do we have self-hatred, guys, we're being led to look at certain groups of people with fear and then look at other certain folks with, we look at other people with fear and hatred and all, then we look at other people with like, what will be saying when her and Stella got that movie Stella got, don't scare the people, leave the people, don't scare the people. So, we need to learn to love ourselves. And by doing so, prayerfully, one day, we'll be able to look at each other. Because I believe in my heart of hearts that we are stronger together. We are stronger together. We are brought from that stock that, it's a rich, rich, rich stock is all I can say to you guys. If you'd like to do some research, you can research and find out that I'm not telling you anything that's untrue. Just look it up. We came from some healthy-minded folk. We did. We came from some healthy-minded, child, if I could only just say what I needed to say and not be worried about being censored or you know, the video taken down on, and it's not right because everybody else get to say what they want to say and how they want to say it, and everything's okay. But you as a little single content creator, you got to be crossing every T and dotting every I, you know. But trust me guys, when I tell you, we came from folk who were uh, we were about it. We were about it, and we cared for one another. It's nothing like what's going on out here today, but it was designed for this to be this way, and that's what we are not grabbing a hold to, and that's why you see the things that's happening on the streets, the things that's happening in families, the things that's happening even on these platforms, you know. So I again implore you to please try to, you know, I know it's a lot of stuff that's going wrong out here and it's going wrong on a daily basis. But for God's sake, know that it's not just in one community. It just gets magnified in one community. It gets blown up in one community. But other stuff is going on in other communities that kind of get shut down. Let's not put that on air. Let's not advertise that. We don't want the public or the world or nobody to see this going down. But we have to do what we have to do, guys. It all starts with us. Each one has got to be accountable for each one, okay? And then each one can go and teach one. That can be a thing as well. So, but it's so much more I would love to say in terms of this. But trust me when I tell you that this self-hatred and this hatred towards people who look like yourself, it's all in the design. It's all in the design. And if we don't recognize it and call it out and reverse course and make it make sense, we're going to be in more heap of a hurt than what we think we're in right now. But we got to open up our minds and understand what's going on. We have to not just open up our minds, our eyes, and see what's happening, even though stuff is happening right in front of us. Because like I said, if they can get you up here, that body gonna follow. It's going to follow. So your eyes can see something, or your ears can hear something, but if your mind is not straightened out up here, your body gonna go in a different direction. Y'all listen to what I'm not saying. Please understand what it is, that I'm not saying. And I'm not saying it because I have my own reasons, because who knows what this platform is going to do if you know. But guys, listen, all I want you to do is to remember to love yourself. That's why I always say to you, love yourself. Tell yourself you love yourself. Because we got to break this chain. Because we're still in chains. We're still in bondage. We got to break it. We got to break it, and it starts with loving yourself. And then once you're able to love yourself, you're going to be able to project that love outwardly to your brother or fellow man or woman or child. And we got to do something to start the healing, guys. We got to do something. We can't be sitting back waiting on other folks to heal us. We got to heal ourselves. We have that capability to do that. Y'all don't know what stock we came from. Let me tell you, it was a rich, a mighty stock of people. Mightily stocked people. Big giants we were. And we can get back to that. But it's got to start with why I always tell you to love yourself. Love someone else. Tell yourself you love yourself. Tell someone else you love them. Nothing wrong with it. It's going to open up some doors you probably never believed could be opened. in the doors of your mind. It's going to be opening up the doors of the mind. But anyway, guys, that's all I come to say. I'm going to get on and get up out of here and ask you to please comment, share, subscribe to the channel, like the video if you so choose. Yeah, that's what I wanted you to know today. So again, please love yourself. Love yourself. Tell yourself you love yourself. Tell someone else you love them. Tell them you love them. You know, if you truly do, though. We don't want no fake it. We don't want no fake stuff. We want the genuine stuff. We want that real love, okay? So if you love someone who you know is loving you, nothing wrong with telling them. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with telling them you love them. Tell yourself you love yourself. We got to begin, guys. We got to begin this healing. Because if we don't, we're going to be in a heap of hurt. The hurt is already on. It's going to get a little deeper. It's going to get a little thicker. It's going to get a little more painful. So we got to do the work, guys. We got to do the work. Well, we don't have to. But if we want some healing for the younger people that's coming up. Because I know I got 4 great-grandchildren. And I want a better world for them to be in. You know, long after I'm not here anymore. So we got to do the work and teach them to do the work. But listen, guys, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Like I asked, share the video out. Send some comments. What do you think? And just, I can't say it enough. Love yourself. I love you, and I mean it, and there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do about it. Okay? So until the next time I see you or you see me or however this thing is supposed to be, I'm going to say almighty peace and blessings. And thanks so very much for watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderfully blessed day today, okay? Today and every day, that is. I'm out, y'all.